in September 2020, we sold our house in the UK, then moved to Normandy in France, where we bought an ancient French farmhouse with various outbuildings, including an old barn, a small cottage with 2 woodlands, and 3.5 acres of pastured land in a beautiful national park area. Follow us on our journey as Budo and I renovate the farmhouse, manage our land, and take on many projects for you to enjoy. Let the fun begin. Bonjour everyone, we hope you've had a good week.
Yes, hello everyone. Welcome to Caravan Corner.
In this week's video, it's a little bit shorter because of the heat. It was so intense. So we've done some bits and bobs, haven't we? But we've been doing a lot of other things, which obviously that we couldn't film, which were things we had to sort out.
We had to do, like going to the doctors and a few other things.
Yeah.
So
you went to the doctors.
I went to the doctors. Tracy's been doing some dry lining and tape and jointing. I've fitted up the gutters on the front of the house as well, which you'll see later. And we've been out. Well, we've had a couple of days where we really just couldn't do a lot at all.
Hot.
It's way too hot. We were spending more time with attending to the dogs, you know, just keeping them cool and transferring them about to in shady places and that.
Well, they were in the house, weren't they?
Yeah,
They were
most
actually
of the time.
happy in there, yeah.
And they were good in the house because the house was quite a few degrees cooler. But the problem is when you open the doors or open the window, the heat comes rushing in and it feels like the house. So anyway, we're over that period now. We're back into a cooler period.
We've had quite a bit of rain, which is good.
Yeah, a couple of days, little bits of rain and that.
It's nice, it's cooled down.
And yeah, that was lovely. And also, right, so we went out with our friends, didn't we?
Yes, Lionel and Valerie are
our new neighbours.
Voisins, I think they say in French. Well, if it's masculine or feminine. And we had a great time, and we just all gel. We get on so well, and we can see, even they said, a really good friendship blossoming. So I'm out Saturday with Valerie. We're going shopping, so I'm enjoying that. I'm going to look forward to that.
They're French, obviously.
Yeah,
and,
they're French.
Valerie speaks little English. We speak little French, and but Lionel is the key in the middle. He's the anchor because he speaks good English and he's French. So he joins us up, and he's helping us with our French as well.
Yes. So when we're talking in conversation. And if we say something in English, Lionel will straight away tell us what it is in French. So we can learn, and then Valerie's asking us questions in English as well, which is nice.
So we went to our local bar, which is the Growl. It's now been taken over by an English couple, lovely couple. And they have set it up. They've taken it over from French, which they had it nice in a way, didn't they? But it's so much better now because they've introduced a pool room. They've set it out like a 1950s sort of diner, if you like, you know, with the metal plaques on the walls and everything. They laid on some nice buffets. They've created a little dancing area out in the garden on the hard standing where
it's set out better.
It's set out easier, so you've got lovely tables and chairs around, little dancing area, and then the band is set up high. So they have a band every week. And it's what an atmosphere. It's fantastic, and if you're ever in this neck of the woods, pop up to the Growl. It's on I'm not sure what they're setting their band nights. I think it's a Saturday night, but it could be a Friday because we went on a Wednesday, this Wednesday gone.
That was because of the grand opening.
Because of the opening, and
according to Valerie, we're going Saturday.
We're going Saturday
Because
again.
there's the French man with the, I can't remember what they called it, that drum box, and apparently they have them in Ireland as well, don't they?
Drum box. For the music.
Yeah, for the music.
The tapper. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
He was quite good actually, French.
Yeah.
But
he's there too.
He's there with his band. So that's Saturday night, isn't it? Yeah. Which for us is tomorrow, and. They're going to be there with a new band, and they've got a singer as well. They have open mic nights as well, so they'll have a band playing, and then you can jump up and have a little sing if you want to get involved. It's great. It's literally not far from us. It's probably 5 minutes in a car, if that, and it's going to be our new local social hub for us to go out, because there's a lot of English there and a lot of French come. It's fantastic.
Yeah, it's very good.
Going on the week passing, I had to go to my doctor to get a what's they call it, an exemption.
Yeah, it's what they call it is a papier certificate for COVID.
So what it was is when I had my first COVID injection, I won't go too much into the politics of it all, but I had my first injection and I felt ill after back in the time last year when we had them, and then I was ill for on and off for a week, feeling a bit dizzy and sick, heart palpitations and that, and then I had my second one. And my heart was pounding, racing. I was being sick, and I was losing all cognition and falling around. Eventually, got into such a state. We was in the caravan at the time, and when it was over there, and Tracy called an ambulance, and they came and saw me straight away and took me straight to hospital, and put me on drips, and they brought me back to normal, if you like. And it was due to the injection. Okay, so I can't have the vaccine injection, so I can't have the third boosters or the other ones, and I don't want them anyway because I don't want to go through that again.
No, definitely.
So in France here, your doctor picks this up for you and works it all out, and then they can say that you're exempt from having any more vaccinations because of there's a few reasons, my blood group and certain things, but I won't go into all that. So
you needed it,
I had to get it.
Yeah, so you.
And at the same time, I had to have a medical. So I had a full medical with the doctor because I need to renew my shooting licence here, where I go bull trap, clay shooting, and target shooting and that. And so I have to renew that. And you have to renew that. You have to have a medical each year, which is good. And they keep you on track. And that was another reason there. So I went to the doctor. Lionel, our neighbour, he took me there. Now I'm going to explain this to you. In France, the government, Macron as the leader, has set up a system where they allocate so many doctors for France per year, and it's very short, believe it or not. The doctors are fantastic, and the hospitals are very good, very efficient, but the doctors are far and few between. So when we had our doctor in just up the road from us, she's retired, which you see back in one of the videos. We went to see her in the market square, retired. The new doctor came in, and because it's a new doctor, everyone wants to get on board with the doctor, so he has to set appointments. So we tried to get an appointment with our doctor, which is we're calling our doctor. We tried to get an appointment, but it's way too ahead in time, and I need their exemption on the vaccine to travel backwards and forwards to England as well, because coming back into France you need to have 3 injections at least, or a paper to say that you're exempt. So we couldn't do that. So Lionel got me set up to go to this other doctor, which was 50 kilometres away. 50 kilometres we had to go and spend a day there. He's French and he was going through speaking French.
But in France it's different to the UK. I'm not sure how it is
in America,
in
Australia
other countries around the world. But obviously in the UK, you sign on and you will always see your doctor. Unless they're on leave, you see another doctor within the actual doctor's surgery. But in France, you can see any doctor you want. But you can have a preferred doctor, a doctor that you like to go to all the time. And I must admit, our old doctor was fantastic. Even during COVID times, we could ring up and you would get an appointment within 24 hours. So,
anyway,
it's a bit different now.
It's a bit different here.
System, I think.
But this is what's been happening all week. So we could get so much footage.
No.
The heat knocked us back big time because literally you can't do nothing. So there's no footage to be made. We actually got ourselves set up to go over to the cottage, and we couldn't do anything. It was just too hot to start, going in there. And remember, we've got no electric over there, so we're starting from the outside and going in. So hopefully today we're going to pop over for a couple of hours and try and get a little bit of footage of clearing the foliage, because it feels like it's going to rain as well, which will be nice. So we can work in that. We got to cut some
foliage back
and clear the steps and clear all the way up to the door so you can see it properly, and then we're going to assess the pointing and all the other bits as we go forwards. And pretty much that's it for this week, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's a good video though.
It's all right. Yeah, hopefully you'll enjoy it. It's shorter than the last few weeks. He's got about 20 minutes of footage after this, because I suppose you've got about 20 minutes of Caravan Corner.
But also, I'd like to say, don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and also, as you know, we have a link for all of these, but a link for our Patreon on the about, and also in the description for our Patreon page. If you would like to come along on the journey, you know, and
support our channel,
and have lots of perks. And
the nice thing would be as well if you could hit the subscribe buttons, because that helps us as well. So
share,
sharing that, but hit the subscribe button, because it'd be nice to get some subscribers, because we're not really getting a lot at the moment. You know, it's probably I don't know, 40 or 50 a week at the moment, and it'd be nice if we could get it out there so more people could see what we're up to going forwards as well.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys.
So bon weekend, everyone.
See you again next week, and next week we should have a lot more footage for you.
Yep.
If the sun don't come back hot again.
Yeah. Well, the sun's coming back Sunday, 32 degrees, but then it's cooling right down. So
it's a lot better than it's been between 36 and 40.
And it was 110 in the caravan.
And the caravan's very hot.
That was very hot. There was no cooking on that.
Anyway, guys, thank you. Bye bye.
Hi everyone. Me and Buddha are outside today. We're going to be fitting the guttering. Let me just show you. We'll go from there right along the front of the farmhouse, and then at the end we're going to put a water catchment, because we're forecast rain today, so we're going to try and catch some of the water basically and not let it go to waste. It's a bit cooler today, that's why we're working outside this morning. Yesterday was about 110 in the caravan. We probably spent most of that. We have been working. Yeah, we were working in the farmhouse, but we had the dogs inside in the front room, and they absolutely loved it, and only took them out obviously when they needed to go toilet and things like that. But let's go and see what Budo's up to. Yeah. Bonjour, Budo.
Okay, I'm just soldering the gutters.
Okay, and what are you using?
So this is a soldering iron.
Right.
Okay, it's going on a bit rough now because I've got to get it stuck. Basically, this just gets really hot. It's electric, but I brought this from England when I came over. But the French use a gas bottled one.
Yeah. And
this is the solder they use, and then the flux is from England, obviously. But this is a flux. So basically, you put that on this tin. It cleans it with like an acid etching, and it lets the solder help flow better, so it can go in and underneath and lock all this up. As I'll show you in a second now, if I melt some on.
Let me come round
so I just melt on the end of my soldering iron, let it dribble in. Yeah, doesn't have to look tidy at first, just want to get it on, and then you can smooth it all out.
Gives it a solid joint then, doesn't it?
Yeah, it gives a nice solid joint. Then I can come back over it, get a nice finish on it. As long as the iron's hot. Strike while the iron's hot, as they say.
Yep, good saying that is.
And then this will just give me a nice watertight joint. So you play around with it a little bit and you get that sort of finish there. Sorry about my Robinson Crusoe trousers.
Let's pan in.
No, don't pan in. But
shall we say Budo likes to get his money's worth with his clothes?
It's the first shorts I could find this morning, so I put them on.
No, but when you do messy work, you don't want to be.
I don't care, no.
No.
So, like Tracy was saying, all this gutter, we're going to try and get this in.
Yep, up there.
Let me put this iron down because it gets really hot.
All the way along.
And then if you see the downpipe up there, can you see that?
Yes, got that.
So I'm going to cut that a bit shorter, turn that elbow round, and I'm going to redirect it with another piece going into the guttering. So we're taking the whole roof all down one end of the building.
Right to the end, yeah.
To the end here.
And we'll put like a butt there, won't we, to catch the water.
But now I'm just going to put a blue butt.
Yeah.
But I'm going to order a couple of IBCs, which is the 1,000 litre.
Yep.
You know, with a big tap on the bottom. Get a couple of those in, and then what we'll do is we'll put some submersible pumps in, and then we can redirect that water up into the main garden at the back for growing the food and that, you know. But today I'm going to do the guttering, and then I'm going to get up inside, finish off the plasterboard in, which I've done half.
Yep.
And then I'm going to put the hot water pipe coming off of the ballon down, ready to feed where we're going to have the kitchen.
The kitchen, and that's all in hand now, isn't it? The planning,
so
we're getting that sorted out. And I'm going to, while you're doing that, I think I'll just rub down the jointing that I did yesterday and give that another coat.
Anyway, come back later.
Yep,
and,
we'll show you how we are. Where we're gone.
All right?
Okay, bye.
All right.
I just thought I'd do a little bit of silent filming. Didn't want to disturb you. It's looking good though, isn't it? It's looking massive. Oh no!
That's what I want.
I forgot to put the wide angle lens on.
You're getting me back.
And that's not for the back side.
Okay, try.
I'm just gonna go along. Trevor. It's looking nice, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay, so finished the front of the house guttering now. So from the outlet there, the hopper if you like, down into this gutter and then away. Done all the joints. You can see these clips are on there. They're just for the adhesive to stick up on, because the tops need adhesive in the little roll bits. And then it'll go around here, so it comes to this end. I've cut a hole up there and put a funnel in and run it down here. I've just got to put another bracket in, which is there, but I can't seem to find it. We're having a look everywhere for it at the moment, but there's another bracket to go up there, and then I've put it as a temporary here. We're going to fill this water butt up, but it's going to be cut higher, and then a closing connector to go into an IBC to collect water there for us. And then to make the IBC pretty, I'm going to put some nice decking around it and a top on it, just to finish it off, make it look like a garden box or something with a sloping roof. But as you can tell, it just the guttering alone has smartened that up at no end. You know, it's all coming together now, slowly. So we've got the other gutter to do around the other side, and one of the other jobs I want to tackle soon is this pointing down this side. But couple of days back in the bedroom now, so we're going to go there now anyway and do some put some pipe in, because it's getting on a bit now. It's nearly 4 o'clock, so I want to put some hot water pipe in and close that stud work up, ready for Tracy to do her what they call it, filling and I forgot the name of it now. Anyway, you know what I mean, it's just to fill it up basically. Anyway, just thought you'd be interested in that. It's lovely guttering here in France. It's a lovely system. It's really solid. Once it's in, it's a real good bit of kit. I can't stand that rubbish we use in the UK. It's all plastic and the heat makes it bend and warp and it creaks and makes noises. But this, I don't know why the UK ain't picked up on this and using this metal guttering, because it is so nice. We've got a lovely fall. It's roughly a 1 in 10 fall coming from that way to this end, so it won't come off too fast. But anyway, let's go. So guys, what a difference a day makes, eh? So yesterday it was 40 degrees here, really hot, and I was putting the guttering up, and I'll spin you around and show you. So I put all the guttering up, okay. The clips are coming off today, but I wanted to show you this. It's early in the morning and it's rained for about 15 minutes, just over, okay. And I put this water butt here, look how much water, it's filled it and it's overflowing, okay. Let's come down off that roof. I worked out that roof, it's roughly, this side of the roof is 60 square meters, so 15 minutes, that is a 300 litre butt, if you like. It's my plastering butts, you know, mixing up plaster and that. I'll just put it there temporary till we get some IBCs. But isn't it amazing how much water is wasted? You know, just goes into the ground when you can collect it and save it. So our plan is we're going to get some IBCs along here. We're not sure yet whether we're going to have 2, 4, 6, whatever, along this edge here, right? So we can collect all the water off this roof, off the whole of these 2 roofs here. And then we're going to put a submersible pump in the end one, with them linking into each other. And then we're going to have a drip irrigation pipe going out the back and being pumped up into that, or at least into another container up there where we can do it by gravity fed. We're not sure yet, but we'll get there with that. And we'll have enough water to water our garden all through the summer. If we collect the winter water, we could end up collecting probably 6,000 litres in them water butts there, if we have like 6 IBCs there. But I just wanted to show you that. But lovely and cool today. It's only like 20 degrees now, so it's halved, and it's just so beautiful now. So it's just, I can work now. I want to work, I want to get on. Anyway, enough of the filming. So just up in the loft space here, and threading down the hot water to connect to the ballon, which is in here, which will take us off to the kitchen area. But I've got it behind a wall, which is nice. I'll just take you down and show you. Hang on. Sorry for the camera work. So Tracy's in here at the moment. She's doing some dry line filling. Hello Tracy, I'll just be with you in a sec. Just going to explain. So behind here, that pipe comes down behind his stud wall, behind the back of the stud, in the casing, and we've insulated that as well behind there. So we've insulated the pipe more because it's touching a cold wall, and that goes down through the floor, and then we go down here. Let me just take you down again. A bit dark, so there's some lights on. There we go. So this is the pipe now. So we're going to come out of here. That's that pipe up in the loft. But I'm going to move it over. We're actually building another stud wall here as well and insulating this. So this will come in here, across here, into this where the mains is. So this is our mains water in here. Okay. And then off. Sorry, this will go, this pipe here will go down and then come along down the bottom through here. There's a little hole in the wall over here, and we're going to go out, and that will take us out to the outside, which is our kitchen area, or going to be once we get the planning permissions through. We're waiting on them. It's going to be about 5-6 weeks, I reckon. Hopefully quicker though. So coming back up here. How are you getting on then, Trace?
Yep. On my second jointing now. I've just sanded it down, so I'm just doing this bit. Then I'm going to go in and tape and joint that, because that's all insulated now, pipes in. So
lovely.
All finished, but
it's moving along at a pace now, isn't it?
the weather's just...
Man, I said that here this morning.
Crazy.
It's been on and off a little bit today, the rain, since early this morning. But I was really taken back how quick that water butt filled up. 15 minutes, just over roughly. 15 minutes, it filled from nothing to full.
Yeah.
300 litres.
Yeah. Well, I've got
amazing.
The overflows coming out, so I put some bigger buckets. So we'll just lift them, fill this butt up here because this is not filling as fast.
Well, we're going to have a bit of lunch.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have a look for some IBCs on the internet. Yeah. Try and get the best price on them.
It's different, just with the plasterboard.
Yeah. So if you remember, that was stud walls here.
Yeah.
And we've closed them in now, and we've insulated them as well.
Yeah.
Put a plug socket in down the bottom here, which is a cable coming up, and that socket there, believe it or not, was holding us up for connecting upstairs. So once I put a plug face on that, then we could do the test and then put the electrics to the box then, and then we get
it makes life a lot easier when we've got the extension leads.
Yeah.
Just use them in the room.
Well, we can use them in the rooms now a lot easier. So my next job in here is, once you've done that,
we'll do the coving.
I'm going to start putting this coving up, which is down on the floor here. Put that all the way around, and then finish the trim around the windows. Build the boxes in the bottom. We've got to put an oak mantle on top of this here, which I'm making up, and then I want a nice little oak surround around the stones, the bricks, around the fireplace, and then we have oak trim. Yes, we've got the oak trim across the beam to close the ceiling off, and then there's a liner up here. You can see that. That's got to be connected to the wood burner, which I'll be doing as well. So basically all them jobs there, bar the painting and papering, and this room's finished, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, it's not going to take us long to get the coving up, is it? Once that's done, I'll paint the coving, paint the ceiling, then the architrave.
Yeah.
Once you get that done, I'll paint, then give the panelling
this
last coat of top coat as well.
Yep.
So
and that's the panel over there you've seen so many times.
I've been trying to get fabric though, haven't I? That's what's been a little bit difficult. So.
But I think the windows set it off lovely now, didn't they, as well?
Yeah, it's all beautiful.
You know, once we tie them in with them, finishing them trims off, they look really nice at the tops.
The beam is lovely as well.
It's all good. Right.
Beautiful.
Let's get ready and have a little bit of lunch.